Welcome to DMCC. In the heart of Dubai, a business capital with unrivaled access to the world's highest potential economies and infinite possibilities. Our free zone is home to the leading businesses of today and of tomorrow, where over 100,000 people live, work and play in our award-winning community and our new world-class destination, Uptown Dubai. This is a place where innovation transforms ideas into opportunity and networks forge relationships that last. We are also the world's leading commodities hub, a global center for trading. Everything from tea and coffee to gold and diamonds, and so much more. Where ancient trade routes meet a hyper-connected future. To grow your business and reach the world, set up your company in the world's leading free zone and be part of the future of trade.
네, 지금부터 BWB 블록체인 위크인 부산 2022 부산 스테이지의 컨퍼런스를 시작하겠습니다. 네, 안녕하십니까. 저는 오늘의 사회를 맡은 아나운서이자 후오비 코리아 전략기획실 이사를 맡고 있는 강채원입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. 네, 올해 BWB 2022 행사는 작년 11월에 첫 해로 개최되었던 NFT 부산 2021 행사보다 이 규모가 무려 5배 이상 확대됐다고 하는데요. 작년 코로나 상황 속에서도 많은 참관객들의 호응이 있어서 이렇게 규모가 커질 수 있었다고 합니다. 올해는 이 컨퍼런스 무대가 총 3개로 구성되고 22개 세션에 무려 100명이 넘는 블록체인 전문가 분들께서 자리를 빛내주실 예정이라고 하는데요. 3일간 펼쳐지는 본행사, 컨퍼런스뿐만 아니라 전시 그리고 NFT 옥션까지 더 탄탄하게 돌아온 만큼 많은 기대와 관심 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 오늘 부산 스테이지 제가 맡은 무대여서가 아니라 정말 13분의 연사분들이 알찬 내용으로 준비를 하고 계신데요. 자, 그럼 본격적으로 1일차 컨퍼런스의 1부 오전 세션을 시작해 보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그럼 오늘 포문을 열어주실 첫 번째 연사분 저희가 힘찬 박수로 모셔보겠습니다. 아흐메드 빈 술레얌 DMCC 의장님께서 DMCC와 DMCC 크립토 센터의 소개, 특징, 생태계 그리고 부산과의 협력 기대 및 전망 등에 대해서 발표해 주실 예정입니다. 네, 의장님을 무대로 모시겠습니다. 여러분 큰 박수로 환영해 주십시오.
Thank you. Special thanks to Mr. Hong Joon Park, Mayor of Busan Metropolitan, Mr. Song Min An, Chairman of Busan Metropolitan Council, and Mr. So Young Kim, Vice Chair, Financial Services Commission. I'm pretty excited and I look forward to seeing how Busan City, Dubai, and DMCC can collaborate and grow as cities of digital finance together. I personally want to see Busan to lead the global markets when it comes to decentralized and crypto economies. Why? Because it would bring the best in Dubai to develop even further. We need competing centers like Busan and forward-thinking cities like this. According to Bloomberg Innovation Index, South Korea is the world's most innovative country, and I just mentioned, previously held by Switzerland. They are the highest numbers of patents, R&D, and manufacturing levels, something I would like our business community and DMCC to learn from and benchmark to. Dubai itself is a pioneer of innovation, making UAE and South Korea natural business partners. I like the synergies that we would be developing between each other. For those of you that do not know me, I've been with the Dubai Multi-Commodity Center since before its inception, in the conceptual stage in 2001. And one of our first commodities we brought in, I believe around 2004, was our DMCC tea center. That's a trading that provides white labeling and a business facility for tea members, tea entrepreneurs, blending, packaging, and storage. Dubai today is the largest tea hub in the world, with re-exports going up above 60%. The last Global Tea Forum I attended, we saw a lot of displays of Indian tea, Turkish tea, Japanese, but there was a special one with the Chinese on the same level almost. There was a section on the Korean tea that seriously impressed me with their own music and culture and all that. I have my own collection of these. I don't have time to drink them all, but that struck me. I mean, the competitiveness is across the board when it comes to South Korea. Over 70,000 cafes in South Korea. Different types of cafes. I mean, if you just look at the coffee shops, some of them come up with popcorn, some of them focus more on the golfing culture, naturally producing more and more talent. I mean, there's a book called The Gold Mine that talks about what are the secrets of coming up with the best talents in the world. Why do the best runners come out of Jamaica and best marathon comes out of East Africa? But then there was a special section on South Korea. The future best golfers in the world will be coming from Korea because you put more than 10,000. I think you put 30,000 hours in your work. I don't know whether the youngest golfer is 2 years old or 3 years old. But in any case, I look for inspiration when I think of South Korea. I'm very passionate about sports and esports myself. To the dismay of my parents and others, I knew my gaming hours would come up to something. And today DMCC represents about maybe almost 70 companies in the gaming industry. I'm in touch with Ubisoft, who also has some kind of presence in DMCC, Razer and others. I personally would like to capture the future Tetris, the future Minecraft developers and all that. Obviously on the Crypto Center there are synergies with the Metaverse and Baby Shark, something I had no idea about except for that song, but today it's an industry in its own right. Total trade between UAE and South Korea stands at $9 billion. I expect that to increase personally. Bilateral trade increased by 19% in the first quarter of 2022 to reach $1.3 billion. South Korean FDI in the UAE is over $2 billion with a significant amount on innovation and tech. Blockchain crypto revolutionizing industry from finance to healthcare. There's an ongoing rise of tech trends such as DeFi, NFTs, and Metaverse. Major disruption will accelerate the trade. As much as we are capturing businesses, we're pushing a lot on the education and information side of the crypto businesses. I know Binance is coming up with this academy, EVI is coming up with this academy. We're looking at pushing more of the educational side. One of my friends in Dubai asked, why are you looking at an academy for crypto? I told them it's simple. If people are driving around with no driver's license, no training, and they're going into accidents, you want to blame the car industry, car manufacturers, or the Roads and Transport Authority, or is it their fault for not learning? So we want to take away all the excuses of the pitfalls. We want to educate people on security and the economies that come with the blockchain and crypto. It isn't the same as a future contract or even a spot contract. Blockchain is bringing us more and more to the present rather than anything else. So it is the future. And for those who feel that it's too tech or too advanced, fine. But the next generation who are born with iPad, grew up with using iPads, will understand this business. Nobody's going to work for the fiat or the dollar, anything that depreciates. They'll understand that from the get-go. So it's really the upcoming wave of economies. And my best advice to everyone else is, you have to set up your business to where the market will be. I mean, use Wayne Gretzky's quote. He doesn't go to where the puck is, he goes to where it will be. And that's how he wins championships. I mean, if you want to be behind, that's up to you. A little bit about the DMCC Crypto Center. I personally avoid going to Davos. Every time they tell me it's full, I can't go, I'm actually happy. And I made an exception in January 2020. My first reaction to my team, I do not want to do Davos. I have so much work in Dubai. I'd rather go to key markets. But then they said, look, you have to be there because we're signing an MOU or an agreement with CV Labs, the Crypto Valley, in Davos. So I said, okay, that is the only exception. I did it really for crypto. Otherwise, you won't see me in Davos. I just feel it's too much. And I think my team are pushing me to go again. But we signed that agreement. We wanted an expert body to ensure that we bring in the best businesses. We screen them. Obviously, today, we don't need CV Labs like we did before. We have the Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. We have a few other references. There's a big difference in the last 3 years to what people thought crypto brings and what we know today and what will come in the future. We rolled out the Crypto Center in May 2021. And I missed the opening because I was at the Bitcoin conference in Miami, busy connecting with players, met with Mayor Suarez as well. And I see similarities between one US leading city in the crypto industry and Busan. You have the same energy, you have the same drive. So keep at it. The Crypto Center today represents over 460 crypto firms. DMCC itself, I don't know if you know this, we started off, I mentioned that I joined in the conceptual stage. We started registering companies in 2003, where we represented only 60 companies. We moved into the world's tallest diamond tower, which was sold to end users in 2004 in a matter of 7 hours. We used an Oracle system. We didn't want to use brokers. We didn't want to use any speculators. We wanted to sell it directly to the members so they don't buy the speculative unit and lose premium. Use that money for their own business. When we moved in 2008-9, we were only about 1,000 companies. The global recession kicked in, and the conflicted media had one narrative: just focus on Dubai, forget the other problems. But DMCC's best years came from the global recession. On average, we would register around 2,000 companies every single year. 2014, almost a year after Kobe Bryant himself set up a company in 2013, DMCC would win Financial Times FDI magazine's best free zone globally for 8 consecutive years, with 2022 as its latest award. I find it very hard that we will not win the award next year, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Today, we represent over 22,000 businesses. Last year, we had our best record, where we captured 2,485 companies. We have just crossed that number, and we have yet to approach November and December. A little bit about the Web3 and decentralized social media. It's not an opportunity, in my opinion, for Web3 and social media. It is a need, and it's a focus of DMCC and its members. Binance will not depend on the mainstream media to tell a story. It will have to have the real information and decentralized information. They expect more and more of that. From a personal experience and what we see in the news, in the old days we'd hear Twitter is a better search engine than Google. Twitter gets you exactly what people are talking about. Google is a tool that we use in DMCC, Google Analytics, and to spread our message, etc. But I know as a user, when I search for something, that's not the real result. I know it's promoted. We all know that, it's a given. Twitter apparently is more accurate. But then again, for the past 2 years, we hear about Elon Musk taking it over, cleaning up Twitter, taking out the bots, and keeping it more freer and not one-sided. LinkedIn, I have my personal experience with it, doesn't affect my business personally. I'm permanently banned from it. But we have multiple accounts on LinkedIn. We have the Coffee Center, the Tea Center. I'm right now, I've just established in the last 24 hours, I set up BizFluence. BizFluence itself is on LinkedIn, focused mostly on small and medium businesses, SMEs, which is something I'm looking at. Every small company is a future multinational, in my opinion, could be a future multinational. But a little bit about securing your data. Because if you're not paying for your social media platform, you are its product. They're selling your information, they're manipulating you, it's used for campaign, etc. So, you know, when some of the G9 or G8 countries have security features on LinkedIn, I don't blame them. And the way you get blocked, you don't take your data with you, there's no movement. I mean, if you're evicted from your house or you're being fired, you take your stuff with you. That's not even there. In any case, I'm sure LinkedIn will address these points. It's still a good tool. I still suggest you use it. And then a few closing points. DMCC is going to continue its commitment in driving and implementing blockchain technologies. More importantly, we would like to get feedback from yourself. We have a screen that looks at the sentiments. There's a big green area and a yellow area that shows good or indifferent, but we focus on the red one, where people might be upset for something, for whatever reason. We listen to that because that's feedback for us on how to do things better. And we monitor this pretty much on a daily basis. For those who don't know, I'm also the chairman of the Dubai Diamond Exchange. I'm the chairman of the Dubai Gold and Commodities Exchange. I'm looking at multiple services. I engage with key players pretty much on a daily basis and at night as well. DMCC just a few months ago officially has taken over Antwerp as the #1 rough diamond center of the world, and that's because of the ease of business. I just mentioned we re-export 60% of global teas. Dubai's strength is its logistic hub. It is the I guess, Busan of the Middle East, or the MENA region, if you will. On the Gold and Commodities Exchange, I've looked at products like coffee futures, but I do not want to copy-paste what the CME has. I'd like something that contributes to the coffee farmers, brings them buyers and markets when it's tough to sell their goods. I'm looking at possibly listing crypto future contracts as and when that makes sense. The exchanges markets are competing. In Abu Dhabi, we have ICE Abu Dhabi. There's ICE Europe. I'm engaging with them as well on the physical side for the ICE-approved delivery contracts or ICE-approved warehouses for cacao and coffee. We're looking at creating a cacao center. And I do know you have also cacao culture here, or at least the chocolate culture. But when I look at DGCX, I can't help but think in 5 to 10 years' time, these exchanges will be obsolete. The same way that open outcry is no longer a reality, with only the London Metals Exchange holding on to it, and then switching completely online when the COVID pandemic hit. I believe that the new wave of generations will be looking at more transparent and more efficient markets. And in this case, nothing really beats decentralized. It's more trustworthy. You can't tell someone in Lebanon or someone in West Africa to trust their central bank or their currency more than Bitcoin. So, you know, Bitcoin really saved a lot of lives, saved a lot of industries, and we have to promote that to the max. This is what I see when I think of our respected industries, whether that's tea, coffee, and our newest venture, looking at the DMCC Water Center. I believe that would be the next major commodity. It's essential to every single person in this room, every single country, whether you have an abundance of water or you have shortage of water. There is an opportunity, there's a challenge to address. Pakistan had its own floods. At the same time, they have a water crisis. Recently, I've signed with Norway Freshwater to assist them in redistributing their water. They have a mandate of supplying 1 billion liters of water every year for the next 50 years. The challenge on water to be a major commodity, the perception was transportation would be difficult, unlike soybean, fuel oil, and gold. We disagree. I'm working with Aqua Index. They have over 400 patents in water products that vary from water warehouse certificates, water futures, water spot contracts, and the one that Yakov Shirazi is most excited about is Watercoin. You'll get more news about that as we go forward. On the transportation challenge, it's just a perception. Water gets to your house through pipes. They can be extended to different areas. Empty tanks can be filled up with water using silicone coating and plastic. That's been tested and will continue to be developed. So keep your eyes on that. you'll see Bloomberg putting up tickers for water with gold and every other major commodities. I think with that, I will close a bit earlier than that ticker, but thank you all for your attention.
네, DMCC와 부산시와의 업무 협약이 더욱더 기대가 될 수밖에 없었던 것 같습니다. 의장님께 다시 한번 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.